Hello everyone, welcome back to Yoga Librium. My name is Heather. This class is a Vinyasa flow class. We're going to be doing some deep stretches here, especially focusing on hamstrings and hips. And we're starting lying down on our backs. Go ahead and make your way there now. And we'll start drawing the right knee in towards your chest, interlacing your fingers on top of the knee. Let's take some circles here, waking up that hip, noticing how everything is feeling. Do circles one way and then the other. And then we're going to switch the interlace of our fingers behind the right thigh and start to extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. You can circle this right side ankle in both directions as well, wiggling your toes. And you're just starting to notice how your leg is feeling, how your body is feeling. Keep extending, keep pressing out through the right heel. And then bend that right knee back in. We're going to take the right knee into the right hand and open the knee out to the side. Try to keep the left hip grounding down into the mat. If you don't feel like that left hip is peeling up and over. If it feels okay for you, you can extend the leg out towards some version of straight, or just keep that knee bent, whatever feels good for you. We're just warming up here. And bring the right knee back in towards center, give it a squeeze, and let's take a twist. Taking the right knee into the left hand, reaching your right arm out for a T, take the right leg up and over, broadening across your collarbones. Sending your breath, your deep inhale and exhale throughout the entire body. And gently bringing yourself back in towards center, squeeze the right knee in. Maybe one more extension of that leg, and we'll switch sides. The left knee draws up and in. Interlace your fingers on top of that knee and squeeze the knee in towards your chest. We're taking these deep circles here. A few times in one direction and then the other, noticing how this side is feeling compared to the other side. No judgment here, just observing. Interlacing your fingers behind the left thigh, extend that left leg up towards your version of straight, feeling it through the back of the hamstring, calf, behind your knee. Circle the left ankle in the air. Few times one direction and then the other, wiggling the toes as you do this. And bending back into that knee, squeezing it in. Let's take it out, open towards the left side, grounding the right sit bone down. Right hip is connecting towards the mat, not peeling up at all. Maybe extending the leg if it feels okay. Remember, you're just warming up. We're not in any rush here. Deep, compassionate breaths. Beautiful. Bring the leg back in towards center. Give it a squeeze. And on an exhale, let's twist. Other side, left arm reaches out for a T, left leg comes up and over. Your gaze anywhere that feels comfortable. Deep inhales, filling your lungs completely, and exhales to send that breath throughout your entire body. Nice, you guys. Draw the knee back in towards your chest. Give it a squeeze. Right knee comes up to meet the left. Wrap your arms around your legs and give yourself a hug here, gently rocking, maybe a little bit from side to side. We're going to rock ourselves all the way up, forward and back, through to a seated position. Once you're up on top of your sit bones, extend your legs forward. We'll take a forward fold here. Root the sit bones down, draw in through the low belly. Energy's coming all the way up. And then exhale, take it forward. coming forward to your own degree. Trying to keep the thighs rolling in towards each other, flexing through the feet. Beautiful. Let's come back up. And moving on, cross over your ankles, plant your hands down, and send the knees back. We'll come into a tabletop position here. Knuckles are grounding into the mat. Belly is pulling in. And let's exhale, round the spine, coming through a cat back. And inhale, dropping down through your calves and the tailbone up and the gaze. Taking a few of these in your own time. Articulating through your spine as much as possible. Just see what the movement is feeling like right now. What range of motion is available to you in this moment. And then coming to find a neutral spine. Let's tuck the toes, press into the palms, and start to hover the knees just about an inch off the floor. Notice the strength that it takes to hold you here. And then we're going to press through the palms, send the hips back over top of the heels, and extend slowly the legs up. Let's find downward facing dog. First one of this practice. Pedaling out through your feet, rising high on the ball of one foot and then the other. Dropping your head down with the weight of gravity, no tension in your neck here. Any movement that feels right for you, take it here. Step the feet out as wide as your mat and take the toes out 45 degrees. And we're going to come back to Malasana Yogi Squat. So gently walking your feet all the way back. Sink the pelvis down. And you can use the hands, the fingertips on the floor for support here. Bring your hands into heart center. Take your elbows to gently encourage the knees to open up. This is an active pose, so you want to feel that the feet are pressing into the mat. Pelvic floor is gently drawing energy up and keep lifting through the chest. If it feels okay, you can rock from side to side. Find a little bit more movement and mobility here. If that's not a comfortable option, you just stay in center and breathe deep. Good, you guys. Plant the fingertips down, start to send the tailbone high, and then heel toe the feet to hip width distance apart. Inhale, lengthen, coming up halfway, flat back, and exhale, fold all the way. Drop the weight of your head, bend into your knees, tuck your tailbone, and slowly roll yourself all the way up towards standing. Your shoulders, the top of the head is the last thing to arrive. On an inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, take your gaze up. And on an exhale, swan dive forward. Maybe you can graze the hands all the way down the backs of the legs. Drop your head. Inhale. Lengthen and look up and start to walk your hands all the way back out. Downward facing dog. Checking in here with your palms. Are your knuckles rooting down, feeling supported from hands and feet? Deep, compassionate breaths. And once again, let's step the feet as wide as the mat. Malasana Yogi Squat. Bend into your knees, walking yourself all the way back. Palms press. Taking the option of moving a little bit, rocking back and forth, or coming to stillness. Press through the feet, send energy all the way up from the low belly, through your heart center, up through the crown of your head. Plant the fingertips down. And start to send the tailbone high. Wiggle the feet to hip width distance apart. On an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Deep bend into the knees. Tuck the tailbone, rounding. Press the floor away. Start to roll all the way back up. Rounding yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, float the arms above your head. Take your gaze up. And exhale, let's swan dive forward again. Draw the hands down the backs of the legs, drop your head. Inhale, starting to lengthen. Look forward, walk your hands all the way back out. Downward facing dog. And drop your head. Full, deep breaths. And taking the feet wide again. 45-degree angle with the feet. Come back one more time into your yogi squat. Press your palms. Shifting your weight. Rooting down through the feet. Keep getting taller. Circling through the body. Send the tailbone high. Heel toe the feet back together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding forward. Pour the weight through your feet as you press the floor away. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, and roll yourself all the way back up. Shoulders roll back when you arrive. Sweep the arms up. Inhale, take your gaze towards your thumbs, and exhale. This time, bring your hands through heart center. Beautiful. We're going to start to walk the feet to the top of the mat. Maybe setting some kind of intention here for your practice. Whatever that may be. I hope you enjoy this flow. Inhale, sweep your arms up, gazing up, and exhale, folding down. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back, high plank. Belly's pulling in, feeling strong here. Exhale, send the tailbone high, downward facing dog. Your right leg is going to float up. Try to keep your hips square here. We don't care how high the leg lifts. And then bend into that knee. Bring it forward through to your chest. And send it all the way back up towards the sky. Bend your right knee, bring it through to your chest, and exhale, plant it down between your hands. Let's drop the left knee and untuck the toes. Bring the hands up on top of the thigh. You can stay right here. Ankle is tracking under the knee. If you want to add a little bit more intensity here, you could take the hands and add a weight on top of your pelvis. Fingertips are pointing up. Relaxing the pelvis down to the floor, using gravity here. Inhale, float the arms up, palms together. Let's release the index finger up and maybe take your gaze up. You can open the heart here and take a small back bend if it feels okay. And then bringing yourself back up through neutral. Hands plant. Left hand is planting inside the right foot. Right arm reaches forward, and then we'll come up and over for a twist. Gazing here. This is already enough, but if you want to move on, you could fold into that back leg and maybe catch the foot. Pull the heel in towards the glute. Try to keep sinking your pelvis forward. Feeling the intensity here in the quad, the front of the hip. And then plant that back leg back down. Take the right arm up and over. And let's bring that left leg forward. Come into a forward fold. So setting yourself up here, somewhere that makes sense for your body, your practice. You could use blocks on either side of the leg. Keeping your hands up on top of the thigh. Or hands to the floor, whatever's available to you in this moment. And then we'll wiggle the left foot back. Step the right foot back, high plank. Belly pulls in, inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come through for upward facing dog. Open up your heart. Exhale, tailbone high, belly's pulling in, downward facing dog. Right leg floats again. A little higher this time if it's available. This time we'll stack the right hip on top of the left and allow the knee to bend. Circling this ankle in the air. Take your gaze forward, belly pulls in, use your core, draw the knee into the chest, plant the right foot back down. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes, this time bring the arms inside the right leg and wiggle that right foot over to the outside of the mat. We're setting up for dragon here, lizard pose. Maybe on top of your hands, that's already enough. If it is, you stay right there. If you've got a little bit more range of motion, maybe you're lowering down to blocks or all the way to your elbows. Your body, your practice, your time. What feels best in this moment? How can this pose serve you? Whatever sensations are coming up, breathing through it. And then plant into the right hand, plant into the left hand, wiggle that right foot back in. Right hand to the outside of the foot, tuck the toes, elevate the back knee, and let's come up into crescent lunge. Taking the gaze up. And then exhale, plant the hands back down. And let's draw the left foot up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen and lift your heart. Exhale, hollow out, take your forward fold, drop your head. Pour the weight through the feet, float all the way up, sweep your arms, take your gaze up. Exhale, hands coming through heart center. Let's do that on the second side. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, lengthen and lift your heart halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and step the left foot back. Step the right foot back, high plank, belly's pulling in, deep breath. Exhale, send the tailbone high, downward facing dog, drop your head. This time the left leg floats up, it doesn't float high, keep the hips square here. And then bend into that knee, draw the knee forward through to the chest. And exhale, take it all the way back and up, maybe a little bit higher this time, keep the hips square if you can. Knee comes to the chest and then plant the left foot between your hands. Right knee drops down this time, untuck those back toes. And bring your hands up, maybe on top of your thigh. Root the left heel down, keep that left thigh active and pull the left hip back. Maybe adding a little bit of weight here by bringing the hands, fingertips pointing up. Relaxing the pelvis down, using gravity to your advantage. Breathe. Inhale to sweep those arms up, taking your gaze up. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers. Growing taller here, the more you root down, the longer you can get. Maybe you're opening up through the heart. And then slowly rising yourself back up to a neutral position. We'll release the palms down on either side of that left leg. Right arm's gonna stay planting, left arm's gonna come all the way up and over, take your twist. This could be enough if it is you stay here, or fold that back leg in, maybe catch the foot, pull the heel towards the glutes. It's an intense pose, so just notice, observe the sensation as it arises. And be mindful of your breath. Release the back foot. Extend the leg, plant the hands on either side. And we'll draw the right knee to come forward for our forward fold, setting up what feels best for you. You are your greatest teacher. You know exactly what your body needs. So tuning into that, maybe you'll stay high up on the thigh. Maybe the hands can come down to blocks or to the floor. And breathing into this pose, this shape, whatever it looks like. And then we'll wiggle that back foot back. Step the left foot back, high plank. Inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, take upward facing dog, open in your heart. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Float your left leg. This time, we open up the hip, stack left foot on top of right and bend into your left knee. Circling the left ankle in the air. And taking your gaze forward to your hands, let's bring that left leg through and plant it down between your feet. We're going to set up our lizard pose. So the left foot is wiggling over to the left side of the mat. Stay high on the fingertips or on the palms of the hands, or start to lower down to your own degree, maybe to props or elbows to the floor. Feeling into that left hip. Trying to notice something in your body that is holding on that doesn't have to, and see if you can let it go. planting into the left palm, the right palm. Tuck the back toes. And we'll extend up, coming into crescent lunge. This time, left heel roots down, float with the fingers. And exhale, plant your hands. Step the right foot up to join the left. Inhale, lengthen when you arrive at the top of your mat. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bringing yourself all the way back up. Float your arms, connect your palms. Exhale, hands through heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward over your legs. Inhale, lengthen and lift your heart halfway. And exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. High plank, belly's pulling in. Exhale, send the tailbone high, downward facing dog. Drop your head. Your right leg floats up. Bend into the right knee. Bring it through to your chest. And plant the right foot back down. This time the left heel's planting down and we come up for warrior one. Strong through your legs, belly's pulling in, right thigh is energized, reaching with the fingers. And then we'll exhale, open it up, take warrior two, gazing over the right fingers. Inhale, extend the right leg, float the arms up, and exhale, bend back, warrior two. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bending back down. Inhale, float the arms up. This time you can adjust that back foot in. We set up for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hinging the right hip back. Right arm is reaching down to hover, to connect to the ankle or the floor. Left fingers reaching up. And then press into the right foot, come all the way back up. Reverse your Trikonasana, left arm on the leg. Right arm comes up and over. And then windmill the hands around. Step your right foot back, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, really nice. Right leg floats up. Bend into the knee. And then gazing forward, bring the right knee through. And we set up for pigeon pose. So taking a second to keep yourself lifted up here. Adjust yourself in any way to make the pose work for you. In your time, as you're ready, you can start to lower down to your own degree. And we're holding this one just a little bit longer, so it's a great opportunity to scan through the body. Where am I holding tension? What can I release? Could be as simple as the space between your eyebrows. Nice, you guys. Slowly starting to bring yourself back up on top of the sit bones. And to release this pose, we're going to lean way over to the right and swing the left leg around. Crossing that left ankle over top of the right knee. Keeping the right heel in towards that left sit bone. Let's take a twist here. Wrap the right arm around the left leg. Take the left arm behind you, gazing over your shoulder. You could keep the arm in a wrap or try to take the elbow to the outside of the knee to deepen this twist. Your breath is so important here. Every inhale to get a little bit taller and every exhale to twist a little bit more. Take your gaze forward. Let's take a counter bend over. And come back up into the center. We're going to adjust the feet here a little bit. We're taking the hands and interlacing them underneath that left sole of the foot. Keep the sit bones rooting down. Draw the knee into your chest. And then maybe exhale, start to extend the leg. Maybe halfway or all the way towards your version of straight. Shoulders rolling down your back. Keep lifting through your heart. Proud through your chest. Deep, deep breaths here. Focusing on rooting down and lifting up. Nice. On an exhale, you can gently bring that foot back to the floor and straighten the left leg. We're going to take the right leg now and cross it over top of the left so that the knee is stacked roughly on top of your left knee. And then we're coming into a forward fold here. Keep flexing through the left heel. Slowly bringing ourselves up. Nice. Release the legs, cross over top of your ankles, plant your hands down. We have to take the second side. Take it back to downward facing dog. Gazing forward, stepping the feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold forward. Press through the feet, float all the way up, sweep the arms, gazing up. And exhale, hands through heart center. All right, here we go. Second side. On an inhale, floating the arms all the way up. On an exhale, folding forward, and drop your head. Inhale, find a little length here, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step left foot back, step right foot back, high plank, belly pulls in, send the tailbone high, downward facing dog, drop your head. Float your left leg, stack the left hip on top of the right and bend the knee. Extending the leg back up, bring it forward and through, hover your knee to your chest and plant the left foot down. Warrior one, right heel grounds into the mat, float the arms. Deep inhale, lifting here. Exhale, let's take it into warrior two. Good, gazing over your left fingers. Left heel is strong, left thigh is energized. Inhale, straighten the left leg, float the arms, and exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale to lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, this time straightening that left leg. You can adjust the feet here. Trikonasana, triangle pose, second side. The left fingertips coming down to hover, maybe to find the floor or the ankle. Right fingertips are reaching, broadening your collarbones. Alive with your breath, rooted through the floor. Let's come back up, reverse. Right arm drops down, left arm comes up and over. And then bend back into the knee, windmill the arms. Step the left foot back, high plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg is floating back up to the sky. Bend the knee. And let's bring it through pigeon pose, second side. Take your time here, adjust, set up to make sure that this pose is serving you. Looking to find the edge of your range of motion. And gently lean into it, breathe into it, not forcing anything, just accepting exactly where we are. And as you breathe into this posture, as you find a little bit more space, maybe you'll go a little bit deeper and deeper, the more you can relax. Nice and slow, let's start to bring ourselves up out of the posture. Nice. Let's release by leaning way over to the left and swing that right leg all the way around. Plant the right ankle to the outside of the left knee. Then we'll come into this twist on the second side, getting taller. Before you exhale, wrap the arm around the leg. Right arm comes behind you, this time gazing over your right shoulder. You can keep the arm in the wrap, or maybe take the elbow to the outside, if it's available. Every inhale to get a little taller, and every exhale to twist a little bit more. Last breath here. Nice, taking the gaze forward. Let's unravel. Take a counter twist to the other side. And then bringing yourself gently back up towards center. And take the interlace of the fingers underneath the sole of the right foot. Press through the sit bones. When you feel ready, maybe you'll straighten that leg halfway or all the way towards your version of straight. Keep rolling the shoulders down the back. Keep gazing up. Keep the heart lifting. Trying to avoid rounding through the low back here as much as possible. Feeling that energetic movement through the body as you root the sit bones down and keep lifting higher. Nice. Go ahead, release. Straighten out the right leg. Let's take that left leg on top this time so that the knee is stacked. Left over right. Exhale, starting to fold forward. Focusing on those even inhales and exhales as you relax a little bit more into this shape. And starting to come up out of this pose. Good, go ahead and release the legs forward. Give them a shake out from side to side. And let's round down all the way to our back as we prepare for our final resting pose. Fold the knees in. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself another squeeze here, gently rocking from side to side. Deep inhale and an exhale. We'll start to release, sending the legs along on the mat, flopping open to either side. Palms, tops of the hands resting, palms are facing up. Maybe one last deep breath to fill your lungs completely, and an exhale to sigh it out. Shavasana. And this is your time to allow your body to absorb all of the work that you just did. So take your time here. Be in no rush to move on. And thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.